My guest today is Dr. Willems van Beveren, a physicist, inventor, and entrepreneur. He came to Australia with only a backpack and never left. I'm your host, Kayo, founder of Assist, a virtual assistant service provider based in Japan, and I'm also Omotenashi ambassador, sharing the spirit of Japanese hospitality in global business. Through my work, I help companies refine their global communication and client experience strategies, blending cultural insight with the practical executions. Let's listen to his story. Lowlands, you came from Netherlands to Australia with just a backpack, and somehow you are still here. Could you take us back to the moment?
Yeah, it's been a while now, actually. So back in 2006
Yeah.
was when I was sort of finished with my my PhD degree back in the Netherlands, and got a job offer to move to Australia to work at the university in New South Wales. And I still remember that day when I in the morning packed my suitcase or a night before and
Yeah.
went to the station and
Yeah.
just backpack and a suitcase and made it to the airport.
How old were you?
I think I was 29 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Young. Yeah.
yeah, long time ago.
Yeah. Mm.
Very exciting times because you're gonna end up at the other side of the world
Yeah.
and leave everything that some behind in Europe. So
So, what was the purpose of coming to Australia? Yeah. Shit. Where?
yeah, so I managed to find a job through a professor that I met at some international conferences,
Yeah.
and he was quite interested in starting collaboration with students and the researchers from Delft that were focused on the same kind of research that he was doing.
Yeah.
And so I got a postdoc position, one of the most prestigious university in Australia. So it was very exciting.
Yep. And yeah, and in the note, you mentioned that your mission was to drive Australia to the top of the world of quantum technologies. And I thought it's so incredible. Like, how did you go? Yeah.
I think we had a really strong team and a lot of support from both government
Yeah.
through the Australian Research Council. There's a lot of funding that was made available in so-called centers of excellence.
Yeah.
And quantum technology was
Yeah.
recently deemed as one of those key priority areas
Yeah.
to boost Australia in the region
Wow.
into these kind of new variants, which was quite new back at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, thank you. That's like you are so amazing, and I really thank you for sitting down with me. So you had incredible academic career, publishing Nature, Science, and working at world-class institutions like Tokyo University, University of Melbourne, and University of New South Wales, and so much more actually. And but at some point, you took a step back from research. And what motivated you for the transition from being a scientist to supporting other scientists?
Good question. I guess doing a postdoc at academia and got a secondment at Melbourne, as you said. The academic career is only so long for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and it's only the top of the five,
Mm.
and that's we send that make it into permanent roles.
Yeah.
So I was lucky to do lecturing at Melbourne Uni, and I was basically taking care of first year students in engineering and physics,
Yeah.
in electromagnetism, which is really cool. But at some point, my son was also born in Melbourne,
Yes.
and we were there only for like 4 years. So we moved back to Sydney, where the family was,
Yeah.
and got that support for raising a child. So that's basically how we moved back, and I started looking for different
Yeah.
roles
Yeah.
for my next career move. Yeah.
Yeah, great. I learned that you were starting like a fast lab at the Victoria. I think that's really remarkable. And actually, it's not just like a study or researching. It's actually requires lots of administrative tasks, and you need to train people when you're starting new things.
Yeah.
And you had your son at the same time. I was wondering, how did you balance like family roles as a father
Yeah.
When your wife was pregnant at the time?
Yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
because the Melbourne period was 2010 to 2014,
Mm.
and my son was born right smack back in the middle of that, so
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah.
So the first years were particularly tough because I guess my wife needed to stay at home with the baby.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it was also a good time because he was not moving around yet, so
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Just yeah.
I was
Reborn baby.
yeah, so I was able to still do some work and
Yeah.
travel a bit.
That's okay. Oh, it really depends on the babies because my son, like he's same years old as June, but the first year was really disaster for me. He doesn't sleep, and I need to hold him all the time. So it's really
Same. I think it's the same. That
Oh,
don't
okay.
sleep
Yeah.
until
Okay.
months in, and the milk situation is set.
Yeah.
It's really tough,
Then really hard, isn't it?
especially if you don't have support from direct family.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Raising children is really tough.
Yeah. So you had your wife's parents to help you guys out.
Yeah, they came over, but then also when we moved back to Sydney, things became a lot easier.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't really always, think about these things. And I think inherently that's also the reason why there's less women in academia,
Yes.
because back in those days there were no things put in place. Now there are things like parental leave, and
Yes.
it's encouraged.
Yeah.
But
Even for father?
yeah, exactly. I think I was one of the first
Oh,
fathers
wow. Okay.
I was able to, or just around that time.
Yeah.
So things transition, but always very small.
Yeah, yeah. It seems the situations may be exactly the same in Japan too. Yeah, yeah. The father is starting to getting leaves, but not that much yet. But yeah.
It's good there's something, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
If it's enough, I'm not sure at the beginning. That's for debate.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. From your profile, I learned that your profession shifted from research studies to sales. I find it's really a big shift from research to sales. Well, what was on your mind?
So when we moved back to Sydney, I was able to find a job in government.
Yeah.
So we have federal government and state government in Australia. And this particular role was a calibration engineer role for the federal government in Sydney. So I took that role for a couple of years, and then at some point I was able to move into a sales role as an applications engineer.
Yeah.
And that was sort of interesting because I was still able to do science and technology,
Yeah.
but more from the service provider point of view,
Yes.
because dealing with customers and
Yes.
sales
Yes.
is sort of like a whole different avenue from doing science.
I guess so. Yeah.
So that is an interesting learning curve because that triggers you to use a whole different set of skills.
Yes. Yes. So
It didn't necessarily mean I wanted to leave the technology side behind me.
yes.
I'm still very interested in that.
Yeah.
It's just that it gives you new viewpoints and
Yeah. Like additional skills.
additional skills,
Yeah.
people skills,
Yeah.
things that really make the world turn around.
Yeah, and that's greatly helps you to set up your company, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so once you made that shift, you joined another company and then started your own. Why did you decide to start Australian vacuum services? What kind of passion or vision were you driven by?
I guess the biggest motivation for starting my own business was for curiosity, the drive to help others,
Yes.
and to still be involved in science and technology through product or services.
Yeah.
Whether that's working with international suppliers or using my skills and brain set to help on site with people who have issues with their process flow.
Yeah. I just really like that you genuinely wanted to support people. Yeah, I was just so moved to hear that the reason you wanted to start business is to support people.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's about if you start a for-profit company,
Yeah.
it's about revenue and
Yeah,
sales,
of
right?
course, yeah.
But what people forget it, money is just a piece of paper with a number on it. So if you can add value
Yes.
to your your skills in yourself,
Exactly.
people will pay for a service and those skills.
Yeah, that's what I
So-
believe too.
I really believe that if you want to make, your business successful,
Yes.
you have to start building on yourself, your core values, the value proposition, and also keep educating yourself
Yes.
wherever you can.
Yeah. Yeah. And money comes later.
Yes.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about the decision to start your own business?
It's very challenging, as you know, because you've done it yourself.
Not, I cannot compare as yours. Mine is like, yeah.
It's challenging, but I guess if you connect with the right people,
Yes.
and the right mentors,
Yes.
it can really excel your train of thought
Mm.
and solve barriers that you think are impossible to circumvent. So yeah, it's all about, and also I think focus on the things that you're really good at and
Yes.
where you can add value.
Yes.
So don't take for granted that there are people that have specific problems, and if you're able to find a niche in the market to help those people out,
Yeah.
that's the only thing you have to do.
I really admire how you stay true to your passion with the science. And also, I am really on the same pace as you. I tend to focus more on providing value than just making money. It's exactly the same. And yeah.
They say it takes about 7 to 10 years to really
Yes.
establish or set up your company well.
Yes.
They make it profitable. So it seems like the first couple of years it's really about surviving, and I think that's definitely true.
Yeah.
Unless you are that 1% of the startups that has already this one product that everybody wants, which is most of the case not true. So
Yeah. And it's been 5 years since you established the company.
a bit of 5 years.
Yeah. So are you on the right track? I think.
I think having matters in your hand and upskill yourself is the way forward.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
The other thing is, like, I think you always have to think about diversifying yourself. So
That was fine. Yeah.
yeah, I also start my own drone company.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's a lot of demand for using drones, mapping specific areas, or even for photography or real estate videos.
Yeah.
Just looking for any sort of application
Yes.
to sort of complement, the business of one doesn't go so well, you can focus on the other.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Kind of risk. Yeah.
Yeah, de-risk your business activities.
Great. So, but you had no experience or knowledge or skills about drone or photography or to start new business, right?
A little bit of exposure, but I had to do the training courses,
Oh,
the
yeah.
certifications online, and
Wow.
took a bit of investment, but also commitment.
Yeah. Why did you drone for as your next business?
I foresee that with the upcoming of AI, and you've seen already the examples of in the Middle East where passengers are being transported between buildings.
By drone?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, very rich people can afford, to fly like an air taxi from one skyscraper to the next. That kind of thing, and of course you've heard from Amazon, parcel deliveries,
Oh, yeah.
food deliveries.
Yeah.
It's something that they're looking at heavily in America,
Yes.
and I think China is way ahead as well.
Yeah.
I know there are some countries where it's not allowed to fly drones. Like
Oh, yeah.
I think in Tokyo, it's
Too crowded.
too crowded. Yeah, it's not possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or unless you get specific permits and hours.
Mm.
But I think in Australia, where everything's so wide,
Yeah.
it could potentially be a good idea. I also foresee that there's been a lot of issues like with certain companies like DJI, where there's questions about the security of data and the firmware and hardware. And what I've seen now is there are companies coming up that provide open source hardware,
Yeah.
so where end users have full transparency and can make edits to their program.
Great.
So I think that's really something that is
Exciting. Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
just another side thing of what I'm interested in.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting if it's really happens. Maybe you're delivering Amazon products to us. Yeah.
Yeah, but the vacuum business is the main focus.
Yes.
And it's because I've worked as a postdoc and student in that world.
Yes.
So I know a lot about cryogenics and measurement
Yes.
and some other tools and techniques around that.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Thank you. For so those who have no idea about what you do, what exactly is a vacuum technologies and why is it important?
So the most obvious association with vacuum is your home vacuum cleaner
Yes.
or ducted vacuum system that we have in Australia in some houses.
Yeah.
But that's not really the kind of vacuum that I focus on at the company. So I sort of work on systems that are used in laboratories at universities or small industries, research organizations.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, exactly. You mentioned just as Eddie that people were mistaking the things that you're the cleaner guy.
yes, I get some calls. The people are interested in preparing a vacuum cleaner, but
You actually see the call.
yes, or even requests. So I mean, once you put yourself out there, then people make all sorts of associations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess the other thing is like with the recent upcoming for space research,
Yes.
that's the other big area where vacuum obviously is everywhere.
How does it relate space and vacuum?
Yeah, so even if you go up in an airplane,
Yeah.
the air gets thinner right, as you go up.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons that airplanes, commercial jet line planes fly at these altitudes. It's because there's less resistance and they can go faster. So, and if you go even further up into space, near the satellites and beyond, air gets really, really thin. And without radiation from the sun, it also gets really cold.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
now there are molecules.
And actually, you already signed to support the space inventory.
Yeah. So there's a couple of companies in Australia focused on space and or aerial industries, and they need products to like make wings, or they need to test like their Mars rovers. Are they dust proof? How will they behave under really extreme conditions?
Yes.
The space conditions are really harsh.
Yeah. Like a space industry is like really high technical. So you often like import and export those skills too. So you might be working in the world.
Yeah, as well. I think it's a very big push in the world for that kind of technology. Started off in Russia and in America,
Yes.
but Europe is following, and India, China,
Yeah.
and now Australia as well.
Wow. Like space industry is a mixture of everyone's skills gathering together. Like this company is specifying on like arms to do support.
robotics.
Yeah. And yours got the great vacuum technologies.
Yeah, it's also used for creating like solar panels, highly specialized solar cells.
Yeah.
They make the layers on top of those cells with specific metal coating,
Yeah.
and that happens under vacuum typically.
Oh,
So
okay.
filled depositions is something that my company specializes in.
Oh, it's really, I have before I met you, I never thought about vacuum. And solar panel and vacuum, like it doesn't connect to me, but wow, thank you. I didn't know that. I have no idea. So yeah, what are the most exciting advancement in your industry right now?
I think Australia is still a little bit behind the rest of the world as usual with many technologies, but there seems to be a real push. One of them is space, as we mentioned. Food packaging is another big one that's really made leaps in advancements the last couple of years.
Yes.
And there's talk about nuclear technologies always in Australia. I guess society is usually against it because of the dangers and risks associated with technology, but at the same time we pay for extremely large like high energy bills,
Oh, okay.
and we don't really have nuclear energy as a power source in Australia.
Okay. Yeah.
But through the company, I support the Australian Nuclear Science Organization, ANSTO. Sometimes the simple things like helping out with their pumps.
Yeah.
could be needing regular maintenance, so every year service, all the way up to providing nuclear proof glove boxes, like inert environments. So yeah, I come there and I get questions and support them with it. So one exciting technology that's associated with this in China, they're developing thorium reactors, which are not based on uranium, and they are intrinsically much safer, and there's less risk of explosions and hydrogen buildup.
That's innovation.
Yeah, China is. I think people have this tendency to still think of China as being the underdog and like a third world country, but actually, I don't know. Have you ever been to China? Or
Yes, I have. Yeah.
there are towns that are just producing like electric cars.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they're great.
They take things on a whole new level,
Yes.
especially the bullet trains in China.
I know.
It's like this race between countries. It's amazing how far China has now come.
I know. Like, yeah, I'm a little bit as a Japanese, like we are just relying on to like a petrol cars. So like, yeah, China is beating us.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like go to Japan.
You know that? I mean, it's interesting because in Australia we always like to drive these four-wheel utes and four-wheel drive, but now there's also the electrical equivalent of that. You can see them going around.
Yeah, like I'm living in Australia right now and seeing so many Japanese cars now, but I feel like what about 5 years later? I'm a little bit worried as a Japanese person.
Yeah, and of course, there's the risks with the lithium-ion technologies. You've seen many examples of cars being prioritized on the road. And even worse, the lithium-ion technology batteries, like the ones that are put in drones, for instance, and the small handheld appliances for your gardening, they can get on fire quite easily by charging them overnight if you're not careful.
Yeah.
And they destroy the whole house in an instant. Like,
Yeah. Scary.
you have to be careful and know the risk of these chemical technologies.
Yeah, sure. I see. Yeah, but the one thing I came up from this topic is because unfortunately Japanese people is kind of avoiding to change for the innovation. So like, yeah, we are so much behind. Like once we are like the car industry with Japan is like a great, like the top class in the world, but unfortunately it's getting like beaten by other countries with electric cars and yeah, that's
I think Toyota is still, and Mazda, still the biggest, Subaru probably too, the biggest popular.
oh you think so?
Yeah, I mean, there are the large SUVs from America as well. But I feel in general, like the Japanese car industry market in Australia has got pretty strong.
Yeah, it is.
Mm. Yeah. So you worked for the one of the most top research institution in the world, and how did those academic experiences shape your leadership style or philosophy for the Australian human services?
Yeah, I think I'd like to indeed think that I've worked with one of the, bunch of researchers and professors that are world leading in their fields over the last, decades. Very passionate professionals, and was able to publish in some of the most prestigious journals out there with them. Um, I guess a lot of people underestimate the power of teamwork.
Yes.
So when people see um, the professors as last authors, they often forget, the team underneath that makes that all happen. Like all the technicians, the students, some of the postdocs, and the history to make it up to that point. Um, I guess what academia has learned me is the mindset of vigor and discipline and
Wow.
focus. Yeah, it's academia. People are really focused. They're very out fishing usually, and they want to get to that paper in the end. People are not sometimes, even though they're global citizens, they travel a lot, but they not always see the big picture in terms of society.
Yeah.
I believe.
Wow. Yes, I agree. Building strong team is a key for everything. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't make it in academia, and at that point when you don't make it, it feels like a failure. And I think there's still this idea that if you don't make it, then you're a loser.
Yeah.
But that's just a tiny fraction of the world. like most people have, a noble day job, and
Yeah.
um, to be able to have been in academia and see that side, I think is very valuable.
Yeah.
But then to learn all these skills that you've learned,
Yes.
but then actually deploy them for your other interests, like your business. Yes, oh, it's really useful.
Yeah, as a mother of two children, this is really encouraging to hear because, especially because I'm living in Japan, actually temporarily in Australia right now. But the pressure of going to a good high school, a good university is like, yeah, quite intense. And my son is still 12, but I'm still already feeling like pressure.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, but learning from you.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've tried to put my son through the process of tutoring classes.
Yeah.
And he's a very bright person, bright-minded, but he would not be able to get into like the selective streams as schools in the area, even though I think he's like a genius. But it's all about um, pressure, and also do you have to think like, do you want your kids to go to a school or a street that is really under for a high pressure?
Yeah.
The kids are all a certain type of kid. I think creativity is really what children need in the high school, and the freedom to explore
Yes.
rather than okay, solve this math riddle. I mean, that's not the point of life, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And that feeling the pressure to solve one um like test or
Yeah, a test is just a test, and it doesn't mean you're already on life.
creative at all.
And also, it doesn't teach you anything because it's the failures in life where you really learn your skills. It's the barriers that you overcome. So if you learn that at an early age,
Yes.
then it doesn't matter if you fail, but it's about how you go about it to get over this hurdle.
Yeah.
That's what the real learning is all about.
Yeah, exactly. And as a human, we have never lived this life before, and it's natural to sometimes question or regret decisions. And as you said, like those journeys and imperfection is sometimes brings a diverse strengths to your team. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Well, I've had the pleasure to work with people in the field and meet some of Nobel Prize physicists.
Yeah, that's amazing. Worked with those people.
And they're just people, right? Like you think of a Nobel physicist as something like out there, like an Albert Einstein kind of thing, but
I feel the same way to you, actually.
it's really cool. But that,
Yeah,
that
I know. Yeah, you are so friendly and nice to me. So wow, it's like
I didn't get the Nobel Prize for that, but uh, one of the things I think you also have to remember is that they don't necessarily are, even though they're distinguished scientists, that doesn't necessarily mean they're good mentors. So I think that's a real important point. Like some people who are achieve something, in their career, in their field, very niche, they will probably not be the best people to help you succeed in your business.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So mentorship is quite tailored set of skills.
True, true. Like those Nobel Prize, those like professionals, they are good at studies and research, but the leader has to be good at leading people and teaching
Being
and
eager.
creating. Yeah,
Exactly. These are really different set of skills.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like your work is similar to the doctors, finding the purpose that even the client don't fully understand and offering the best solutions. You also care about the fair pricing and honesty. But since clients can't see most of the work and have to trust on your expertise, how do you make sure they feel safe and confident in what you do?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm a doctor, but not a medical doctor. So yeah, it's doing this kind of engineering consultancy company. You are sort of like a magician in the sense that you're trying to figure out where the pain points are for the customers, and usually it's technology related. Otherwise, they wouldn't come to you. But yeah, it's about asking questions, trying to figure out by asking questions what really is going on. Sometimes you assume a certain problem is the case. Sometimes you can very far off the truth from what really is going on. So asking questions is a great way to figure out what's going on and delve deep into Gotta immerse yourself in the life of your customer.
Yeah. Can you naturally have a good communication with your clients? Like sometimes asking question, but sometimes we have all different types as a human. I sometimes encounter really difficult clients to talk to. Do you have any like idea or advice how to talk to your clients?
Yeah, clients can be people from a non-technical background as well. Sometimes it's just deep tech lab technicians, but it's or scientists, researchers. Other times it's like the secretary of someone who's organizing a conference.
Yeah.
So usually those people are easier to communicate with because that's what they do all the time. They are communicators, right? When you're a secretary or a PA.
Yeah.
Um, but often the scientists, they don't want to do the chit chat. They just want to go, right?
Yeah,
It's a deep test. Or they want to know the specifics of a certain product.
Yeah.
So, but it's about building a relationship foundation with the customer. So if you have commonalities you can discuss, it's always a good starting point to build trust.
Yeah, great. I love how you don't just focus on the technical side, but also bridge the gap between the people who design system and also people who actually use and everyone involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an interesting dealing with people. You can have people on a great day, or you can have people who have a bad day, and
Yeah.
gotta talk around that.
Yeah, especially because in your case, people come up to you because the system is broke down and they are upset actually, and you have to calm them down as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, if you have made a mistake somewhere in your service work, you got to own that. So
Yeah.
if someone rings up and say, "Hey, your service is not 100%," you got to put the effort to make sure customers happy, because then you build also that trust and you own your product, and also that means they trust you in the future. They remember you by the last thing you've done,
Yes.
and that can be a good or a bad thing.
Yes.
If it's a good thing, they will also do spread word of mouth kind of
Yeah.
marketing for your business.
Very much. Yeah. As professional, we are, but we are so human and we still make mistake. And encountering or receiving any claim from client can be really challenging and really like negative things to happen. But I take it as a chance to make it to like a service at next level.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
you learn.
Yeah.
It's stupid if you wouldn't learn from your mistakes, and it's okay to have 45-star Google reviews and then are excellent, but then you have a one star you know that is a negative review or not as good. I think that's a true reflection of
Exactly.
driving your business. If you only see positive news,
Yeah.
I'll be very suspicious too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really passionate about making upsetting clients to happy clients by giving them like a great extraordinary service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, especially in Japan, I lived there for an internship back in 2000. It was really fascinating to get into, the ways of Japanese culture
Yeah.
and the service they provide.
Oh, I'm so glad you applied it. Yeah. So it's I believe it's kind of creativity as well. Like there is a program and you have to change it to good experience. So yeah.
Yeah, Japanese service is excellent. It starts already on the plane, leaving Australia
Oh yeah.
to Japan.
It was me, maybe.
It's true. Yeah, but yeah, Japanese culture and service provide it's just out there. It's beyond anything I've ever experienced anywhere else in the world. And it seems like I truly care and puts the customer at the focus of everything.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
They really try to make the customer feel comfortable and take away all their problems and concerns.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for actually recognizing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my experience in customer support, when a client comes to us with problem like a machine breakdown, they are not just looking for a technical fix. They are often under pressure, worrying about how long their operation will be delayed, how much the repair will be cost, or when they can get back to work. So instead of jumping them straight to the solution, I began by listening and to their concerns. And once they feel heard, we are usually able to report more calmly and collaboratively with stronger sense of the trust. And yeah, but I have always wondered for highly analytical professions like you, engineer science, people like yourself, do emotionally dynamic like those matters as much?
I believe so. I think emotional intelligence plays a big role when dealing with customers.
Mm,
Um, and also transparency and communications is
yeah.
key.
Yes.
Yeah, always sort of lead the customers to the next step, like what's gonna happen next. Where am I at now? Yeah, keep them involved over the time period, not just stop communicating.
Yeah, that's
And also just sometimes send them a message and say, hey, what's going on? Have you gotten that funding grant yet? Oh, have you made it to the next level? Or
yes.
and they feel that you have that passion with them,
Yes.
that connection.
Yeah, and because I'm providing like remote virtual assistant service, and we are not working together. They are not seeing what we do. So even just acknowledging that we received their email, that makes clients happy and feel safe
Yeah.
and heard.
I have a question for you actually.
Oh.
With the upcoming technology of AI, artificial intelligence, agents, and automated workflows,
Yes.
obviously the world's not ready for all the upcoming technology and capabilities. It will hit very hard at some point. How do you feel for service providing? Um, will AI be useful for you? Will it replace your role or your functionality, or can you see a way to maximize,
Yeah.
capability using AI
Yes.
to drive your business forward?
Actually, I just think AI is like what's the way because like right now is not everything is fully AI yet. So we still need people to handle very little tasks. You can automate it only things that you can um, have a large number of tasks and you automate it, but you still have small tasks that someone has to be taking care of. So that's us. And even the moving forward, we will be the professional of using AI for the administrative task because you're professional on science. You don't know how to use AI for administrative tasks. So we'll be the professional for it. So yeah, I see it positively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very good point. Like every um, profession will use AI differently to their advantage.
Yeah.
Um, that's very cool.
Yeah, so yeah, AI is great, but you have to use AI. You have to be clever, smart enough to use AI, right? So,
Yeah, and what I find really interesting is that at schools there was this, and universities, high schools, there was this belief that AI was a bad thing because it would probably kill creativity at an early age.
yes.
But now it's also with things like looking up cheating and making a site. But here's the thing, like AI is not going to go away. It's going to stay. It's only going to get better.
Yes.
So the earlier we immerse ourselves with the technology
Yeah.
and use it, even for the kids, to develop art or create things, they're not leaving creativity behind. They're actually assimilating the new tool
Yeah.
and make things
I
out.
see. So we can just go beyond actually.
Yes.
Man.
And AI is in the USA already being used to educate
Yeah.
at schools in a very, very profound way. It's like available 24/7,
Yeah.
never ending, entirely edited.
Never get tired. Never cease waiting.
And actually, I have actually used AI now as a personal assistant on my devices
Yeah.
to help me. It's like even for preparing this podcast, and
Yes.
for interviews, for other things, you can use it. Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah. But you are still you, right? Like we can just shorten the time and usually, yeah.
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 I mean, I think we should push for a 4-day work week soon. Let AI hike it to after that fifth day off.
Yeah.
It's not too crazy to think about, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And a more family time and if we get more creativity from the end.
More work-life balance.
Yes.
People always talk about work-life balance, but it's never really coming to fruition. I feel like it's a lot of talk and a lot of goodwill, but we don't really know how to actually implement it, and we don't live to our actions.
Wow, it's interesting to hear from someone living in Australia because Tokyo, I'm living in Tokyo and we just work hard, as you know, the Japanese people is hardworking.
Yes.
But it's surprising to hear from people actually living in Australia to say that.
Yeah. I think it matters a bit. Like I see a lot of people work extremely hard. I used believe that the Australian Aussie bloke or gal, does go surfing all the time, and they leave at 3 o'clock already from work.
Yeah.
But the truth is, they're all probably up at 5 a.m. To do all these activities. So in Australia, you live the day early, you rise up early, and then it's different in different parts of the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So actually you studied in Tokyo University as well?
Yes. I back in 2000 and was just after um, the millennium change. I got a scholarship to study in Japan in Tokyo University, and then a couple of days I also was doing some work at the laboratories for the NTT company. So it's traveling between Tokyo and the laboratories back in the day. It was really fascinating because I didn't speak Japanese. I couldn't write but I did follow some university lectures on Japan. So I learned a little bit about the culture, the economy, the political system, and I was able within half a year to sort of move about, order my own train tickets,
Yeah.
order food.
Yeah.
Remember back then there was no Google Maps, there was no iPhone. So
Yeah.
even though the Japanese had their own, Keitai, that could do many things,
Yes.
as a foreigner you couldn't use those phones, let alone use
Yeah.
the phone networks wouldn't
Yeah.
even work.
And it's all in Japanese.
And everything is Japanese, and English was not really proliferated through the society, at least on a day-to-day basis. So I've experienced some really funny things where if I got stuck along the way and I needed to be somewhere, I didn't know where to go,
Yes.
some random person
Yeah.
would take and guide me for
All for it's so nice. Yeah.
and walk with me for hours to
Wow.
find my spot.
Yeah, no, really nice.
Only there to realize it was completely wrong. But it didn't matter.
Still, yeah.
It's the friendliness of Japanese people. I feel very safe in Japan.
Yeah.
Never had any issues.
Mm.
It's comfortable. Well, if you're in the air conditioning, usually it's comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Got very hot in summer.
Mm.
But everything's clean. Everything is well organized. I really enjoyed learning the Japanese culture as a student.
Great. I'm so glad as a Japanese, you enjoyed your stay in Japan. I'm so happy to hear
I
that.
have great food, great
yeah.
great beers, and karaoke. Don't forget karaoke. That's a memory nights.
Yeah. Wow. You enjoy the karaoke and not just study, but also enjoy Japanese culture.
Yeah.
It's great.
Everything around it.
Yes. That's amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. So finally, could you tell us about your vision for the future?
Yeah, I think it's a very exciting time.
Yeah.
I think we've had a long couple of years of COVID with price rises, inflation. But I believe with clever investment and upskilling in education, people will be able to do more things more efficiently, especially now with AI, which we just discussed.
Yes.
And so I'm very positive for the future. I think what people should focus on, especially when they have their own business, is focus on the core values, add value to who you are, and act those values as a company, and attract people that have a similar mindset.
Yeah.
And go to events where similar-minded people go, like go to interesting meetings, talks, presentations. If that's your interest and your passion, and you meet other people and they give you great ideas, you can start collaborating and networking.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, I think, how you get through things.
Yeah, that's something you cannot do with AI. You just encounter opportunities, something new, start things. Yeah.
I think if people are interested in technology regarding vacuum, like chambers or gauges or mass flow or deposition, yeah, you can find me on the general website, australianvacuumservices.com. We're also on the social media pages, LinkedIn, even TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And then for the drone work, you'll find me out there at ausdronesurveys.com. And yeah, so I was really happy to have the interview. Thanks for having me.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
All good.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Willems, thank you so much for sharing your story and insights. From content dots to vacuum chambers, from academic research to real-world application, your journey is such a fascinating example of how science and entrepreneurship can come together. What's really amazed me though is how you bring not only the sharp mind of scientists, but also such a warmth in humanity. The way you value trust and real human connection in business is truly inspiring. We can't wait to see how Australian vacuum services continue to drive innovation in Australia and beyond. Thank you again for being here.